Another installment of Web Talk here on RPhil's TV on rphils.com. To my right, a guy that's had a real nice middle stretch of the summer, Darby Myers. Darby, at the AA level for the first time in your 7-year career, what's it meant to you to have this opportunity now being up here with the Reading Phillies?
I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's crazy to think about it, but ever since I got drafted, I've always wanted to get to this level because I know how close it is to, your final destination. You do things right up here, you open up a lot of eyes, and, you play here well. People, put in their mind you can play at the next level, and that's always been my goal from day one.
The last couple seasons for you between the single-A level, battling some injuries, trying to stay out on the field consistently, how did that develop your character over that time period, finally persevering to the point where now here you are in baseball town?
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot of patience during those. A lot of patience. You learn from everything. My mom and my auntie. Every time I went through one of them injuries, they always told me, okay, you got injured here, make sure it doesn't happen again. So if something happened, I did everything I could to prevent it from next time. That just made me stronger. I just took all those things into my off-season workouts, and I changed my off-season workouts a little bit this year, and that's really helped me huge. This season, staying healthy. I feel stronger and faster. So just looking to keep that up every off-season.
It's interesting. It seems like there's a real sense of urgency about your game out there, whether it's pinch hitting. You've had a handful of pinch hits this year, very aggressive early in counts. How would you say things have clicked in, particularly when you look back at the month of July and beginning the month of August? Seems like once you got a chance to get in there in the lineup on a pretty steady basis, you really made the most of your opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's baseball. I remember I heard Jason Worth say, the toughest thing is getting your opportunity, and once you get it, you can't let it go to waste. You got to take everything, every opportunity you have and make it a plus for yourself, whether it's pinch hitting or pinch running. I'm just trying to, give everything I got and 100%, after whatever I'm doing, assignment I'm signed to, whether it's pinch hitting or pinch running, I'm going to make sure I come out of the game saying I did the best I could, and I let the results take care of itself.
What'd you learn about the AA level your first month with the RPhils in June?
It was interesting first, because it's fun, at the same time, because a lot of the guys that we're facing, I faced prior, whether it's in low A or high A, and it's fun to face here. And when you're facing a lot of the same guys that you face at a lower level, it makes it a little easier, mentally, because you're like, okay, I faced him here. I have an idea what he does, but it's in the back of your head, you're like, oh, this is AA. You have to, forget about that and, it's the same guy I faced in high A last year. It's basically the same thing, I just have to change a little bit of my approach, make some adjustments, and that's baseball, period,
Especially the final week of July going into the first week of August. You had a stretch where within 1 week, you hit 3 home runs for the RPhils. What helped you see the ball so well during that stretch?
I mean, just staying relaxed, not trying to do too much, and really just staying relaxed, being confident, and, knowing what I wanted to do up there. And that's really helped me out a lot. And I'm just looking to continue staying relaxed and having a good time playing.
Now, you mentioned the influence of your mom and your aunt. Also got another pretty intriguing family member. Shaquille O'Neal's your first cousin?
Yeah, he's my big cuz, so, yeah, I mean, he's always there, for support, a guy like that, athlete of that period, if you're able to meet a guy that has accomplished as much as he has, whether he's a family member or not, you always can learn from a guy like that. And he's always, preaching, hard work and dedication, he's big on that. And, coming out here and just having fun. He's always had fun out there, and he wants me to have fun, too.
You grew up in the Los Angeles, California area, and you go back to the early 2000s, and whether it was the Los Angeles or Sacramento Kings or the Portland Trail Blazers, Philadelphia 76ers, Shaq is whooping up on everyone out there with the Lakers. So what was it like growing up in Los Angeles, and here, one of your direct, immediate family members is a guy who's really at the forefront of the NBA?
It was crazy because, he was being named, the most dominant player in NBA history. And I'm like, not only do I just know this guy's related to me. So, I mean, that was really big. And like I said, being around him, he's always fun being around. He's always taking care of the kids, So being around that, seeing that firsthand was just like, it was unbelievable, and his size is unbelievable too. So I'm like, he's unbelievable,
That's pretty cool. Now, Shaq had a bunch of nicknames, Big Aristotle, things like that. You have a nickname, the Hurricane. Where does that come
Hurricane.
from? Where does that come from?
It's been on me for the last 3 years. It happened when we were down there in Florida. There's a few hurricanes going around, and I remember I had a really big game, like triple and like a double, and I ran really good. They're like, "Damn, that's like a hurricane. It's like a breeze, you know." And then like right after that, on the weather service, it was a hurricane named Hurricane Darby, and nobody believed me at first. They thought I was bragging on myself. I'm like, no, it's a hurricane named Hurricane Darby. You guys don't believe me? So we're in the batting cage, and we went in the clubhouse, and we looked it up, and there it was. Hurricane Darby right there is in Mexico at the time, and I hope it didn't do no damage to anybody. The Hurricane Darby's all fun. It was all baseball, but after that, everybody just kept calling me, and it sort of stuck on me.
You've stuck within the Philadelphia Phillies player development system the past couple of years, but you played some other sports when you were growing up. Football, avid follower and participant in track and field. How was it that baseball was the sport that you ultimately settled upon?
Well, I've always loved playing baseball. That was my, the first sport I loved. I remember, I was 3 years old, and they got pictures of me with a baseball bat. I don't even remember it. But that was the first sport. I had a little wiffle ball bat, and my auntie bought me a wooden bat. And since day one, it's always been baseball. But I was born in a track family, and a very athletic family. And we did everything. I even played. We played hockey. I didn't get too much family support because it was cold in the rink. But they all came out to all the summer sports. Baseball has been my love, but like I said, I just have that track gene, with the speed, and I was able to go out there and participate in some events. But football was fun, I played a little bit with Deshaun Jackson, so that was always fun, playing with D-Jack. And a lot of guys I played with went on to D1 and in the NFL, so I'm trying to do what I can do on this baseball field.
Well, the enthusiasm for baseball shown with Darby Myers. Darby, continued success throughout the year. Thanks so much.
Go Phils, let's go.
Amen. More on Web Talk throughout the rest of this season here on Our Phils TV on ourphils.com.